Hey, what's up guys, Brad here. So today we have Truth University new main box coming to Duel Links in 2 days on April 30th, I think. So it's probably going to be a box dropping in the middle of the day for Europe and the UK, and then it'll be the 1st of May midnight in Japan, and then whatever time there's in America, sometime in the morning. So this box, it looks pretty good. You know, just from the offset, from just seeing some of the highlighted archetypes, it looks pretty good. So I've done a quick scan. Some stuff looks cool. I think I have. Do I have a dark mode on? I do have a dark mode on. There we go. I thought it looked a bit weird. Now it looks a lot better. So let's go in and talk about the brand new cards and see if they're any good, because it's been a month. It's been a month since we've had a box, over a month, and this box needs to be good. So yeah. So first up, Malefic Starless Dragon. Very good card. This will be see play in Gravekeepers 100%. If you don't know about Malefics, they have to have a field spell on the field, and basically they can be special summoned by banishing a copy of the original monster from your extra deck or from your deck. So with Stardust, you banish a Stardust from your extra deck, you get this guy out. And there can only be one Malefic on the field, at all, at any time, which makes them a very interesting deck. So with that, face-up field spells cannot be destroyed by card effects. Other monsters you control cannot declare an attack. So you must attack with him, and he protects your field spells. So in a Blue Eyes deck, I guess it protects Mausoleum. In Gravekeepers, of course, Necrovalley, that's the biggest one. In Element Sabers, you protect your Element Saber field spell, but then again, you can only attack with him. So it swings and roundabouts, because 2500 isn't really that good of a stat line, but this card in general is the best Malefic card of the original bunch, so the fact we're getting it is really good. Then we have Ancient Pixie Dragon. Of course, we saw that one leaked a while ago and in the past event, and this is really good for Romages. Generic Tuner, really good again with field spells, so clearly this is something they want to push in this box. Once per turn, you can target one face-up attachment monster your opponent controls and destroy it, or on your field as well, and destroy it. So a free pop once per turn. Must have a field spell. Very easy to do. Turn 1, turn 2, go into her in defense mode, and then just pop a card on the field. Very nice. Then we have a DDD Flame King Genghis. So this is where this box is going to be very expensive and very good, because DDDs are a deck that will 100% get better over time regardless of how good they are now. They could be top tier now. I think they might be at least tier 2. This deck will get better over time with more Xyz, Synchro, and Pendulum support cards. So honestly, Konami, I'm not too, upset about this being introduced now, rather than waiting for Declan or Reiji in Arc 5 in, a year, 2 years, that kind of thing. So it requires 2 DDD monsters, which is fair enough. There's another card we're going to be getting that makes this card even easier. If another DDD monster is special summoned to your field while you control this face-up card, except in the damage step, you could target a DDD in your graveyard and special it so you can get out the Fusion, or a Synchro, or an Xyz, that kind of thing. So you can see where this deck works with summoning out every single mechanic under the sun, apart from Lynx, of course, but they do have a Link monster now, but obviously in Duel Links, that's not happening. If this card is destroyed by battle sent to the graveyard, you can target one Dark Contract card in your graveyard, add it to your hands. The Dark Contract cards work very nice little spell cards, trap cards that work with DDDs to special monsters out or give you other benefits, so that's all fine and dandy there. Then we have Malefic Paradox Gear. This is a new card in Duel Overload, so it's been out in TCG for about a month now, and in OCG for like a year. If a face-up field spell card is on the field, you contribute this card to special one Malefic Parallel Gear from your deck, then add one Malefic monster from your deck to your hand. So immediately, you summon this. With a field spell, we have skills, you can get a field spell out turn 1, so like a Yami. Immediately, this gives you a big monster and access to a big Synchro. So this card in Duel Links, I think, is actually going to be a bit ridiculous. For just like Malefics right now, I don't know what all the cards we have, but from the ones I've seen, they just seem like a very big go forward, beat your opponent to death deck, and that could be quite fun. I enjoyed it in Legacy Duelist back in 2015, and also if a Malefic monster would banish a monster special on itself by its own way, you can banish this card for you control in your graveyard instead. Each effect once per turn. So does that mean that you can just banish this? That's really good when you think about it, because surely this means you can then not run any of the bigger main deck cards, with Malefic Blue Eyes, you need to get rid of a Blue Eyes in your deck, or Rainbow Dragon, you get a Rainbow Dragon. Does that mean you can just, turn 1, summon this guy, tribute it, search for Malefic Power Gear, and say a Malefic Blue Eyes, and then banish this from the graveyard, summon other Blue Eyes? Because, that's interesting. And I initially was thinking I might not, go in this hard in this box, but if this works how I think it does, then yeah, I'm going in. Then we have DD Swirl Slime, level 2 Dark Fiend. This is really good. It's a fusion, it's a polymerization if this card is in your hand. So use it and another DDD to summon out your DDD Flame King Genghis from your hand. No poly required, you just draw it, you do it, that's fine. You can banish this card in your graveyard to special 1 DD from your monster from your hand. Oh boy. This deck is going to be absolutely nutty. And the only thing that might be a huge negative against it is the 6 extra deck limit. That might be it. So that might make some really cool deck building decisions, but beyond that, these are looking good. Then we have Degrade Buster, so CYBERSE coming to Duel Links. Finally, well, not finally, but we saw it leaked last week. It's now here. This card was a super rare in, I want to say Flames Destruction, and I pulled a ton of it. Really didn't like it there. In Duel Links, it might be a bit better, so it's kind of a chaos monster, really. Coming on some set, must be special summoned by banishing 2 CYBERSE in your graveyard, so depending on how good the deck is at getting them in the graveyard, will be how good this card is for an ultra rare. You can target a monster your opponent controls with a higher attack point than this card. It's a quick effect, so during either player's turn. Banish it until the end phase, so that's just a very good effect in general. Now, if it wasn't on a CYBERSE, I think it would be way better, just in Duel Links right now, but it's also not that bad. I wonder how good it's going to be on, on off-bat, but it's not terrible. I'll give it that, it's not terrible. Then we have Dark Dust Spirit, Frolic Guardian coming through here with a very old card. A spirit monster we haven't had in ages, can't be special summoned during the end phase of the turn this card's normal summon or flip face up, return to the hand. When this card's normal summoned or flip face up, destroy all other face up monsters on the field. So it's kind of a Raigeki for your opponent's board and your board as well. But back in the day in the TCG, there was some insane combos you could do with this guy. Soul Absorb and Bone Tower, that kind of thing. And I wish you could do them in Duel Links, but you can't because we don't have those cards. But this is one step to being able to do some really cheesy things. And I don't know how easy it's going to be to get this guy out, turn 2 consistently. But if it is any consistent, then having a Raigeki is really nice. So this is an interesting box. This is a bit of a random support, but it's cool. Then we have Miscellaneousaurus, which okay, I talked about it before in a leak video a while ago. It's really, really, really good for dinosaur monsters. I'm just going to kind of leave it at that because I talked about it before. Very, very good card. Seems like the only real dino card in this box, so that's fine as well. Just a bit of random support here. We have the Hasbro event coming in May, so this might work well with that. Then we have Justy Break. This is a card that I know Loom's going to like a lot. Activate only when your opponent declares an attack against a face-up normal monster you control. Destroy all monsters on the field except for face-up attack position normal monsters. This is the Bean Soldier, Beaver Warrior, Tatsuno Toshigo, the best card for that deck, just because it's a Mirror Force, It's a Mirror Force for that deck, which they need support, So now they can be an insanely annoying, cancerous meme deck on the ladder and actually do something because they just blow up your opponent's board, which, yeah, okay. That's great. That's great. Now onto super rare cards, which is where things kind of get a bit crazy for me personally. We have a DDD Gust High King Alexander. So our first Synchro DDD requires 1 tune plus 1 or more non-tune monsters, so it's generic, which is really good, but you don't want to use it in a generic deck. 3k attack, that's pretty nice. If 3 or more DDDs are on the field, this card gains 3,000 attack points. So if you can get the fusion, this, and something else out, he's a 6,000 attack point monster, that's ridiculous. If another DDD monster is normal special to your field when it's on the field, you can target 1 DDD on a graveyard and special summon it, which that's also the same effect as Flame King Genghis. That makes it very easy to go into this guy, or to Flame King. It makes it very easy to go into High King, and then High King is meant to make it easy to go into the Exceeds monster. Of course, we don't have that in Duel Links yet, but I'm thinking DDDs right now is like the new Lunar Lights, you know, a very, very good, consistent OTK deck. That's what I'm thinking. Then we have Malefic Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's fine. You know, it's just a Malefic vanilla. That's what it is. It's not that great. If the field spell's not on the field, destroy it. It's fine. It gets you a name on board for Blue Eyes. I guess you'd run it in that deck if you're running Mausoleum, but that's a one-of. But beyond that, I don't know. Malefic Blue Eyes was one that just never really clicked with me. It was just kind of there because, you know, it's a fan servicey card, it's from DM, it's, you know, nostalgia, but never really clicked as something that would be usable. Then we have Malefic Rainbow Dragon, so we're not getting Malefic CYBERSE because that would be stupid. Rainbow Dragon, though, is, again, you banish Rainbow Dragon. They're all just like giant vanillas, apart from Stardust. So this, again, is a giant vanilla with 4k attack points that is just good, you know, with Paradox Gear. You banish itself to summon out a 4k boy on board, turn 1 potentially. If we had Mound of the Bound Creator in Duel Links, this deck would be insane because you'd get a pop every turn and protection. So future sport maybe. Then we have a Dino Wrestler, Caporaptor. This is cool. You know, if we've got Pankratops, then that'd been insane, but a level 4, 800, not too bad. This attachment on a card can't be destroyed by battle. That's a pretty decent effect. Obviously, not many things in Duel Links change to defense mode right now. So having a card that can't be destroyed apart from, you know, being affected, then that's pretty good. If this card attacked, it's changed to defense mode. Okay, there was obviously some little clause there. Whatever. During the standby phase, if it's in defense mode, you can special another copy of itself out from your deck. That's not too bad, honestly. It just swarming the field potential, and honestly, anything that swarms the field is immediate Synchro or Exceed support, which I like. So, not a bad super rare, but one that I don't know whether deserves the actual slot. Then we have Guard Dragon Andrake, so more Guard Dragon support. Level 4 2000, must be special by a card effect, so there's probably some World Legacy Guard Dragon card that, you know, searches this guy out and summons it. If he's special summoned from the hand or the deck, you can double this card's original attack and defense. Okay, so as long as it's not the graveyard, he becomes 4000. That's going to be insanely fun to play around with. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, or if this banished card is special summoned, you could target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Okay, yeah, I like this card. I really like Andrake. Whether it would be competitively viable, I doubt it, but for a fun super rare, sure. Then we have Malefic Territory, another card from Duel Overload, so we're getting a ton of new support. It's a continuous spell card on the field spell. When this card is activated, you can activate one Malefic World from your deck, that's the field spell card. While that card is in a field spell zone, neither player can target cards in the field zone with card effects, so in addition to Stardust, can't be destroyed, so you can't go and do Dark Magic attack. That's pretty nice. Also, the Malefic monster effect, there can only be one face of Malefic on the field, becomes there can only be one of each on the field, which means you can then go into a Blue Eyes, a Stardust, and a Rainbow Dragon all on your board, or a Truth Dragon or Paradox Dragon, because those are both in the box as well. You can go to both of them at the same time, and during the battle phase, negate the effects of face-up Malefic monsters on the field. So I don't know how important that is, actually, you know? I'm not too sure. Oh, the other monster you control can't declare an attack. Okay, that's where the negate is. So in the battle phase, they can all attack if you want to, which is really, really nice. Then we have Dark Contract with a Gate K DDD card. During your main phase, you can add one DDD monster from your deck to your hand. It's a continuous, but you must pay 1000 damage. During your standby phase, we have Oracle King Dark in this set as well, which is a fusion monster which converts your taking into life points. So you can see where this deck is going to really shine with resource management and could be a Roam Mage contender, that kind of thing. Then we have Rainbow Bridge. Just search any Crystal Spell Trap card, non-once per turn. Very good. I think if we're lucky, we'll get a Crystal Bonds repeat or reprint, another copy in the Torgai Bigger mission for May. That would make a lot of sense with this box coming out. Give us more support for Crystal Beast. You know, it's kind of stupid that Bonds is in a character level up, which I know it's a very, very good card, but when Bridge is in a box, it doesn't make too much sense to limit one and not the other. So, you know, searching out any Crystal Spell Tracker from a deck, that's always going to be very nice. So immediately turn 1, that's searching out for... Okay, I thought we were going to get the trap card right now, but we're not. We have Dark Conjure with a Swamp King, another continuous spell card. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 feat monster from your extra deck using monster from your hand or field as fusion material, so it's a polymerization if you don't have DD Swell Slime. That's pretty nice. That's a once per turn effect on that part. If summoning a DD fusion monster this way, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard as fusion material, so there's the good part. Either way, it's just a normal Fiend fusion, or it's a Fiend Miracle fusion, basically. That's not bad, and of course, 1k damage again, but Oracle King Dark, let me just show you that right now, because we're not going to go through all these things, but Oracle King Dark is going to make you gain that life points back, so not bad. Then we have Crystal Conclave, a trap card you can search with your Rainbow Bridge. Once per turn, if a face-up crystal beast you control is destroyed by battle card effect, special one from your deck, you can send this face-up card in the zone to the graveyard, then target 1 crystal beast card you control and 1 card on the field, bounce them, so you can bounce your own monsters as well, so you can bounce one of the crystal beasts in a spell and trap card zone back to the hand, which is really good for, bouncing back a Sapphire Pegasus or whatever, so you then get to put something else in the zone. Then you have the skill we have, the Jesse skill, to make, draw power work, so honestly, not bad, not bad super rares. One more Acid Trap Hole. I don't think this is worthwhile. It target 1 face-up monster on the field. If its defense is 2000 or less, destroy it. If not, return it face down. At worst, it gives you knowledge. At best, it's a monster removal. But not many decks, I feel like, are doing face down monsters, so I don't really like it. It doesn't seem all that great to me personally, but that is the box. That is all the super rares, ultra rares in the box. We have, of course, more, cubic cards. Not cubics, we have more CYBERSE cards. We have Paladin Storm Dragon. We have Malefic Territory, that's the one to use for synchro summoning. Truth Dragon is the very, very big boy that just brings himself back constantly. And if it destroys a monster by battle, it blows up every single monster your opponent controls, which that's fine, I guess. More DDs, more Dino Wrestlers, more cyber support. I will have a look at this all on my own time and see if it's any good. We have the best card in the game, Fuck Clown. He's in Duel Links, so, CYBERSE tier 0. And beyond that, not bad. Konami, not bad for a box. Definitely not what people were expecting, I think. I think people were expecting Ancient Pixie Dragon and then, Stardust Assault mode or something. But this is not a bad box, and definitely DDD's going to be very good, and Malefics could be very interesting, I'll say that much. So, yeah, leave everything down below. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.